Hey everybody, welcome back to the ForLight podcast, a weekly podcast of gaming news, and all things entertainment related. I'm your host Ethan, alongside my co-hosts.
I'm Aiden.
I'm David.
Why like that? Why? You know we're gonna upload this, and you're gonna go, why did I do that?
Yeah, you're so right.
There's so many podcasts I upload, and David's just like, why? Why? But.
Well,
anyways,
it's because I'm a goober and I forget social graces sometimes.
You forget we're on the street because I didn't.
We need to do another Hollow Knight episode.
No.
Or you should just find the
anyways,
No,
no.
Ethan's going to play it again soon.
You
I
can
have it
download
installed. Yeah.
See,
I don't know what you're talking about.
goofy goober.
I installed Dune Spice Wars. What the fuck is that game? It's a strategy game.
I've heard
and
it's really complicated.
It's so complicated. I wanted it to be fun, but then you have to go through every tutorial to understand,
Now,
but they don't let you do the tutorials
This
right away.
is an unpopular opinion. I feel Dune Spice is similar to the way I feel about Catan. No, not Catan. Civ 6.
I don't like Civ 6.
Civ 6?
Actually, I haven't really tried
Civ
it. So I
6
don't think
is
I have an
so
opinion on it.
popular.
Console. Like,
Dude, we should totally
makes
play
sense.
Catan.
it's $8 right now.
I have
Yeah.
the real life one. Why
Yeah,
would I
it's
play it on
cooler.
video?
Dude,
game?
we should totally play Catan. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna get the Game of Thrones version.
Dude, I
Once
love
I
that you're
finish
watching
Game of
that show.
Thrones.
It's awesome.
At season 5, I'm stopping. So
No. Watch till
I'm just
season 7.
I've heard season 6, 5, and 8 are dog
No,
shit.
6 is fine. 7 and 8 are bad.
6 is fine. 6 is like if you close your eyes a little bit, you can get through
It's
it.
fine. It's fine.
All right, so
6 isn't 1 through 5, but it's good. Also,
I do want to go back to it, and like maybe we can do an episode. on Game
dude,
of
we should totally chat about it soon. Yes. Okay.
Thrones. So a little bit of housekeeping, as always. You can find us anywhere you stream podcasts at ForLight Podcast. You can find us on Instagram, not Twitter. I don't know why I was about to say Twitter. You can also join our Discord. That's pretty cool.
That would be awesome, guys. We love seeing connections in the Discord. It's
I
awesome.
worked so hard on that Discord.
Dude, you know who I found? I met in person.
Dr.
Enrico Tulung.
That's fire. I was just about to say that. He joined our Resident Evil stream recently. It was
Dude,
really cool.
I love it.
Dr. Tulung.
Dr. Tulung.
Fuck, I'm blanking. Why am I blanking right now? I was about to say something and it went away.
Penis balls.
That's really helpful.
Thank you, Aiden Kane. Oh my gosh. Coming in with that high tier commentary over
Why
here.
can't I think of what I was going? Oh, right. Jesus Christ. My brain just emptied. It was straight up.
Leighton's gone for one stream and Ethan's brain lowers
Just
down.
gone.
He actually got so concerned there. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I was like, no, I actually actively was thinking
He's like,
of something.
I forgot all my memories.
Don't you dare. But anyways, on the topic of joining our Discord and having conversations with us, please comment your thoughts on each of our episodes. It helps us change what we're doing.
Make it more enjoyable for you
Right.
guys.
It helps us spec into things that you guys want to hear, as well as, of course, we're going to talk about things we want to talk about. But if you guys have ideas, we can obviously talk about those too. And if you don't like what we say, tell us.
Yeah, dude, we
do that too.
We would
say that we're shit.
love to have a discussion, dude. Honestly, if we think we're speaking out of our ass, tell us, because we probably have a reason for it.
Yeah.
If not, we're speaking out of our ass, and we're kind of goobers, and we'll admit that we're wrong.
Go fuck yourself. Pointing at me.
I will say though, I just got blasted recently by Ethan for my movie taste.
Oh yeah, real. I went hard. I went too hard. That was all out of us, just nowhere. After we stepped out of Demon Slayer, we were looking at the Wizards of Oz thing. And I was like, "Fire movie," and he goes,
Oh, yeah.
No. I rethought about this because he tore into me, dude. So I'm sitting up at night, staring at the ceiling, like,
"Huh."
maybe it's not that bad. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, it's a very establishing movie. I think it still rates around an 8 for me.
Yeah, but you were like, what was the line you said? Dude, the only thing it did was introduce color to film, and I was like, are you fucking serious right
No,
now?
that's impressive and all, but it also has to be a good story. I still think that.
You're capping.
What do you mean?
It's a great story.
It is such a simplistic story. Are you kidding me?
Witch gets hit by house. Didn't see that one coming.
I fucking hate you. I did see that one coming.
I'm just saying. Also, I guess it's because it is my mom's favorite movie, so I like have to defend it. You know. Another thing, when the new Dark Souls Wizards of Oz comes out, that's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire.
That is going to be fire.
It's gonna be
Lies
crazy.
of
A
P
little
is
bit of a
fire.
spoiler, by the way. Did we ever tell you about that?
No, I don't think so.
That was a spoiler. I should have.
Lies-
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Well, we're just going to tell you now that you know.
Okay.
The Lies of P developers. Spoiler for the ending of Lies of P.
I'll just cut to. Yeah. Yeah.
The Lies of P developers at the end teased their next game that people like Pinocchio. I don't know his name, so I'm just going to call him Pinocchio.
P.
Yeah, P. People like P
yeah.
are popping up more and more, and these people are trying to track them down to like find the secret of immortality. And the next target is Dorothy, and the ending cuts
To her clicking
to
her shoes.
walking.
It's pretty fucking
She's
dope.
walking in the city, and she's like watching things, and then clicks her shoes, and then that's the end of the game. So it's teasing a universe like Alice in Wonderland could be one of them.
I feel
'Cause
like
that's one of those like fairy tale things.
I feel like
Like the Rim.
absolutely. It is such. I do feel like it's kind of a divisive movie because you either
What?
really love it or really hate it.
I
And
understand.
I don't
I'm
really hate
entirely
it.
mid
I
on
don't
it.
really. I think it's like 80%. I think it's like an 80.
I've seen it about once, and the only thing I really remember about it is there's a
Caleb was like,
There's-
"It's been played too many times. It's not good." I was like, "You motherfucker! You shut up right now!"
the only thing.
All right, into our actual topic.
Yeah.
So today, in the news of like platforms and gaming itself, there's been a lot of talk about Xbox and the conversation around exclusives, and what the kind of step forward is going to be in terms of their hardware, their platforming, and just in general the gaming space. Because we are in a time, I mean, especially after 2023, where all these COVID projects were finishing. We're going into a year where we're not going to have, like, PlayStation's already announced that they're not having any first-party titles or AAA titles. And so it's looking to be like we're having a lot of layoffs and stuff like that. And there's a conversation about what is the right move in terms of keeping your platform healthy and keeping your platform in, like, grabbing customers and bringing in more people to play your platform and stuff like that. And so what we've seen is that Xbox announced for like multiple months, it was like all over social media of like, what are they going to do? And there wasn't much information, and people are like speculating that Xbox is going to release all of their exclusives to every other platform, and there's going to be quote unquote no use to have an Xbox. What ended up happening is Phil Spencer and a couple other directors at Xbox announced that 4 exclusives from Xbox would be releasing to all other platforms. And going forward, there's going to be a process where after about like a month or 2 months, an Xbox exclusive is going to release, or like whatever game is releasing on Xbox is going to release on every other platform after about a month of solely being on Xbox.
Who do you think is currently winning the console war?
I don't think anybody is.
Yeah, you don't
I
think so?
think in terms of like company standing, I think Xbox is, and we'll talk
Really?
about that
You think
later.
so? Okay.
But like, I did want to kind of just talk about. I want to ask you guys, knowing how exclusives work, do you think it's going to be successful? Like, what are your initial thoughts about this conversation?
I think it's been just an arguing point for a while. I don't think people actually care too much. I mean, the games they really like. Sea of Thieves, I can see it's just expanding the community. So
Right.
it may broaden it more to Americans, since I know more Americans play on like PlayStation than Xbox, and Xbox is very like foreign heavy. So I know that it might open it up to more American people for sure.
Yeah,
To be like on those servers.
I think like. I honestly think that it depends on how they do it. If they drop every game, like how they've said they haven't, then it obviously would crash and burn.
Yeah.
I believe.
I
Granted,
agree.
I would like to put a disclaimer: we don't work at Xbox, nor are we in that space.
We are not.
Like
We
this
are
is
simply
full on
discussing.
speculation and just our personal thoughts and like what we think would make sense.
Yeah.
And please share your thoughts of what you guys think as well. I think I think it will be successful. I think this is a good move, and I like that they're being transparent about it. They've also announced that certain games aren't coming, like Starfield and Indiana Jones, like are not releasing on other platforms. Those are solely going to be on Xbox. So it seems like it is really, like you said, they're bringing certain communities over that have, because like Indiana Jones, what community is going to be shared on PlayStation?
Starfield, why put in the effort for a game people won't play?
That's fair, but I do think a lot of people will play Starfield. I think, but I do honestly, I think it's fuck. That was a good dig, bro. I will say.
Bro said that with the straightest face.
I think like
I honestly kind of believe it. I mean,
there's definitely a lot of people who have who would try it.
It's
like
definitely a dig, but like
not without Game Pass.
I think it's also kind of mitigating it because since it's so not popular, I don't think a port is going to make it more popular.
Yeah.
Remember when that was the most anticipated game?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. That's
actually,
crazy. You know what the most anticipated game actually is? I'm going to put on my clown makeup for this one.
I think
it's actually called the day before. On Steam, you know, the non-existent game, that
zombie game
that after 7 years of development and a giant Kickstarter page, the developers realized, oh shit, if we don't make a game, they're gonna actually get angry and threw out whatever.
Dude, if they mess up Silksong, I would be the most angry I've ever been at any person.
I think they're gonna mess
I think
up
honestly,
Silksong.
I think it's delusion now. I think they're doing the same thing. I don't think they're ever going to release it. Have you gone back to the 2019 Twitter pages? Are you fucking joking? I'm just saying. The 2019 Twitter pages, it literally looks like they're about to release the game and then just drop off the face of the earth. That's just speculation for me, but I don't think it's happening.
That would be crazy.
We just dropped 3 viewers.
I honestly, I think, going back to the conversation, though, I do think that, I think they're going to use it as a community shift.
Well, yeah, stuff like Sea of Thieves.
Grounded as well as the other one. I should also talk.
Yeah, say the
4 games that are coming over to PlayStation and maybe Nintendo.
Yeah, PlayStation and Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, are Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, which I haven't heard about, Grounded, and Sea of Thieves.
Let me check out Pentiment because those others are huge titles.
Yeah.
They should
I think they're
have
kind of
exclusive multiplayer games. Like, explicitly multiplayer games. Like, it just shouldn't be exclusive, period, because why exclude an entire fan base? Like a
that's company decision. Like, I think Rare was probably the first people to raise their hand to be like, we want Sea of Thieves on other platforms, please. And I think it has been barred for a long time. Granted, I don't know, but I would assume with how loving that community is and how constant that people at Rare have showed that they want to kind of share it. Also, I have seen Pentiment. Is this Pentiment? Yeah. So I have that. Actually, that's interesting.
I feel like that's an odd one though.
Yeah, I mean it probably.
Well, it's also it's going to Pentiment.
What the fuck?
So, but I think they're choosing games that are definitely more kid family friendly because they want to export it to both PlayStation and Nintendo. So I think that's why they chose these 4 games.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think also there's what's it called?
What a wild game!
Dark Souls and what's it called?
Bloodborne. We'll talk about Bloodborne.
Also,
there is mature
the
games on Switch.
Does not care about
maturity. Yeah,
or kid-friendly games.
Well, but I think
they're about as open as Steam is.
I think when talking marketing and stuff like that, though, they definitely hit the family-friendly stuff. So that's why I think marketing-wise, it's good to have these ones come over first.
I think Nintendo as a company, I think Nintendo Switch as a platform is probably more accepting.
Yeah. That's super fair.
I think, honestly, initial thoughts, I think this is going to be interesting. We're going to have to keep our eyes on it. I hope it works.
I really think it could go either way.
Of Jakey Poo.
Yes, seriously. I have friends that play on PlayStation. We haven't been able to find literally Call of Duty and Fortnite
Well,
and
yeah.
For Honor.
It
And
also
that's a game for sure.
I feel like it's so bad because I want to play with you guys often. It's just the busyness. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
But like, I do think that. Yeah, I think it will work. I don't know how Xbox is going to like. This is what I said before. I think Xbox is perceived in a way. Let's hold on. The games on multiple platforms will hurt them. Just from the 4 games announced, it just said Pentiment runs it. First, getting DualSense support ray tracing. The games coming over will get a boost graphics features not seen on the Xbox. I mean, I agree, but I think like, and that shifts our conversation a little bit.
As the better console for these games, kind of.
Like, I don't see myself. I see myself when I bought an Xbox. I purchased an Xbox. Not for a game. I purchased it because I support the company and I support the platform and I support what they've made decision-wise.
Yeah.
In terms of PlayStation, I understand that there's a lot of good games, exclusives. The companies that are underneath PlayStation are fucking fantastic. Like we've seen it before, Insomniac and stuff like that.
I think as
Like-
well, though, that it's going to be interesting, the PlayStation one in specific, because of the fact that having to port some of these games, if they are, let's say PS4 will port to Xbox. Let's say that will happen. Like this
I
is
don't
the
think
start
it
of the
will,
bridge.
But
You don't think so?
I think that's where I kind of like am looking at is
Interesting.
PlayStation has shown in the past couple months that they are not a nice company in terms of what in terms of their business decisions, in terms of how they treat their own customers.
They have survived on exclusives this entire time.
Well, like, and that's the thing is Xbox is at the healthiest it's ever been. PlayStation is at the worst it's ever been. Like there is a clear
They've
marginal
given up
difference.
on the PS5. They're heading on to the PS6 already.
Yeah, I mean their platform sales and also their just sales in general they've released is the all-time low.
Yeah, I think
So.
I honestly though that's so true. That is so true. I think the subscription plan for PlayStation is just not there.
Right.
Like-
and Game Pass works.
Game Pass
It
works,
works.
and it also
PS
works on
Plus-
computers, which is
Yeah.
a big
PS
thing.
Plus has the same price point as Game Pass Ultimate for the features of Game Pass Gold.
Which
Free games every
yeah.
once in a while, and then like every month or so you get a free game, and you get online capability. That is what PS Plus is, and it's I think like maybe $1 or $2 cheaper than. If I remember correctly.
I think that when it comes to PlayStation, and again, this is not to like dig on PlayStation players either. This is just how I've seen PlayStation treat. Like there was the whole thing where they just removed thousands of movies and media
Yeah.
and didn't refund their players. Like that was a big one. Or their court case recently, Activision being acquired by Xbox, where they came to court and were like, "You can't do that. You can't have exclusives." And then Xbox was like, "But you have them," and they were like, "Oh shit, okay, might be."
Yeah.
don't look into us. And then Xbox went further into their like shady business deals, and a
Yeah.
lot of shit got released. It's like, I think this is a healthy decision for Xbox. I think it's also a healthy decision for the future of gaming. I really hope that PlayStation would be pushed to put their games on a different platform, but also I can see the future being like PlayStation just holds onto their exclusives, Xbox releases it, then people start purchasing PlayStation. If PlayStation can just move to be like, let's make our own Game Pass, like
Yeah.
how
They
does
have-
that shift? And then honestly, they probably would just be a top player.
So they have a games catalog, apparently. I don't know how big it is, so I'm going to equate it to Game Pass Core.
PlayStation Plus, you mean? Is that what you're talking about?
They have 3 tiers. They have Essential, Extra, and Premium. Premium, $17.99 a month, same as or $1 more expensive than
$1
Xbox. Has just a games catalog, Ubisoft Plus, monthly games, same as Gold, discounts. It's basically Game Pass, but I think they have less games.
And it's more expensive.
Cloud
too.
storage, and it's more expensive. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel
cloud
like
streaming.
and
It's
plus,
basically copy pasted.
these consoles dominate in
Right.
different areas of the world too, though. Like, PlayStation is really big in Korea, obviously, and it's really big in a lot of Asian places as well. But it also has a small holding in America here too. But Xbox is super popular here too, and Xbox has a lot of Europe under its belt too.
Mm-hmm. And I think, I think what the future is really comes down to the decision that PlayStation and Nintendo have. Nintendo's another conversation.
Yeah.
They are the biggest. We're gonna hold on to our games, and you're never gonna see an even sliver of them.
No,
and they don't care. They've openly said we do not give a shit.
Also, it's so funny when they go like, "Yeah, we're not lowering the prices of our games. They'll pay $60." The fucking idiots.
Yeah, we put $70 on a fucking Mario Plays vacuum simulator, and like people will still buy it. It's whatever.
Like they have a lot of games.
What is it?
They have
PlayStation Plus.
every Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Game Pass. I mean, that's good though. That's good that they have a premium edition and similar, and that makes sense that they have it. Like that is the decision that needed to be made of that catalog. So honestly I don't. Maybe it will hurt Xbox. Maybe it will eventually hurt them. But I think this decision is like a hope. It's like a Xbox being like, hey, let's take down this boundary.
I kind of want to know why. What is their reason for opening this? Like, why?
Well,
why did they want to give something to other platforms without a guarantee of they wanting getting something in return?
It's probably hardware sales. Like, I think they're trying to. I mean, they've said that the decision is based on trying to make it more the platform itself healthier, and so a lot of people have said like, wait, they're pulling a Sega. Like they're gonna just drop all of their hardware, go into an ecosystem where it's just online play, and then every platform has all their games, and they drop out of the hardware space.
That would be. That would be terrible. That would be
granted,
terrible.
they have said that they're not stopping hardware production, and they're gonna keep moving to make their hardware better. But I can see it happening. I can see it coming down the line where it's like, oh shit, this was bad. This was a bad decision.
I can see it too. I mean, it happens. And I mean, the gaming space currently is definitely more towards, let me get this really fucking beautiful game that's like every once in a while, rather than a lot of kind of cheaper games, you know. Yeah. And it kind of gets into the topic of like Microsoft and seeing what they're going to produce too.
To a more indie friendly
market,
though.
It is.
With every flop of massive games,
granted though, that could be countered though, because there's a lot of projects that are just being, no, you can't do that. Yeah. Like indie developers who are going to companies and saying, hey, can you just fund us a little bit?
Yeah,
and them going, no, sorry, we can. And with DICE or whatever that platform is. Like, what's the fuck the event that DICE produces? Oh my god, it's basically a convention that these developers meet up, and you can go there and you can be like, hey, I have this game idea, can you fund me? And like and it's also an award show and stuff like that. There was a lot, from what I've heard, like podcasts and like different YouTube channels that went to this award show. It was a lot of, no, we don't have the space, we don't have the money for it. We're already laying people off. Like, I think you're right. I think Game Pass is indie inclusive. I don't know if the space right now is going to help.
Shifting.
It.
Yeah, it's a lot of the excitement and like happiness in gaming currently is coming from indie or indie adjacent games like Baldur's Gate, Helldivers, fucking like half the game of the year roster. It's shifting to a more indie friendly market, and I hope AAA companies will start to adapt to that market rather than attempting to force it back to where they want.
I think as well they may be thinking about like a pricing strategy or something like this.
That's a lot of it. Where because these indie games are cheaper.
Exactly, but also they could be thinking of it kind of like this 2-month to 4-month period to even 6-month period. This will be an Xbox exclusive. You can get this exclusive for X extra dollars or something like that. And then while within that 6-month period, they're fixing the game, making sure it's good, and then they can port it off.
Right. I think that,
and that's kind of the comment we saw here. I think that's an interesting type thing.
Where I do agree, honestly, and I think that's why that's where I'm the conversation like kind of stops is if PlayStation does not make the intelligent decision here. It's whether or not they're a good company or not. The smart decision here is to get the hell out of live service games right now. Other than Helldivers, I will say Helldivers was a major success.
Popping right now.
It's been a 9-year project or something like that, and it worked. It really did work.
The whole
But Suicide Squad, Jesus fuck.
No, Ethan.
That's exactly the dichotomy that should be talked about. Is the AAA live service? Let's squeeze out as much as we can versus, hey, we made this really fun thing.
Right.
Have fun. Like Helldivers or Lethal Company or fucking Baldur's Gate. Like, passion.
Right.
In their
Exactly. I
projects.
think that is the perfect word is passion.
Yeah.
I
agree.
In what like was said on our chat, I don't know how to say the name. Guzdrev. We're gonna go with that. You can just correct me if that's wrong. I bet it's wrong. But like the Xbox being test dummies for new games, and then when it's fixed, PlayStation will enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think if PlayStation doesn't, if it stays in the live service category, if they decide, okay, we're just going to like basically just keep doing what we've been doing, then they're gonna fail.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean,
if they become more open and they take these exclusives and they maybe like kind of they shape that, I don't know, that curve, I guess, it will become PlayStation dominated. PlayStation will dominate. Xbox will become Sega, in my opinion. I think that's where it's headed.
I think it can be dangerous. I think they have to play their cards really well here. And because this could
I have
be
another thing I want to tell you.
I was just going to say, this could be the start of where they start giving in to other platforms. I mean, it totally could be.
The quadruple A Skull of Bone.
I know,
Oh
seriously. That game's so good, guys. I don't know what you're talking about.
You can't get off your ship. Actually, you can. Sorry, I should change it. You can get off
swim
in specific places. You can get off in ports or whatever. You can't go explore an island that's out on the ocean. It's not a pirate game. It's not a pirate game.
That's crazy.
It's Sea of Thieves with better graphics and then remove half the features.
Guys, it's a pillage game. We're pillaging and plundering.
So fucking dumb.
I'm pillaging you.
And then you just don't do anything.
I can't touch you. I can't get any closer to you.
It's like,
but
literally,
I'm
it's like
pillaging
you pull up in the island and you go, your island's mine now, and then you just go away.
The closest thing to a pirate game this thing is going to be is the amount of illegal downloads of it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Sorry, Dr. Tulung, I made a joke out of your comment.
That's
Also,
what I'm saying.
I was going to say, there's a couple of problems with Helldivers, though, just to play devil's advocate. They use...
I would also like to say they are a small company. I think.
No, they use a notorious anti-cheat, which has known vulnerabilities in it that haven't exactly been patched super well, and requires root level access on your computer, which means it can basically see everything in your computer in order to do its anti-cheating stuff, and a lot of people do not like that. It's a notorious, well-known anti-cheat that has been in a lot of controversy for getting hacked and broken.
Right. I think.
And also, this is also a live service game, meaning
things are going to be updated. There's battle passes. Yes.
It's a live service game done correctly.
Right, and I would say Fortnite is a live service game done correctly.
I think it is done correctly.
I think with the
You do
Kobe's
not need to pay a dime in Fortnite.
Well,
yes, yeah.
You know the best live game, Diablo 4.
No.
Who everyone loves, and which Microsoft now owns.
Actually, yeah, it's coming.
It's coming
April,
soon.
actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. Real quick, those 4 games dropping April 16th, I believe it is. Another just final thing, and we'll move on to the kind of final topics of this conversation.
Yeah.
Is I think the whole thing of Xbox is going to become obsolete if they take their ports elsewhere.
I agree.
And we can touch on the games that we think might come, like Xbox might take. I think what I was trying to say long before is that I didn't buy my Xbox for the what's it called? the games that were on it.
Yeah.
I'm not buying for Gears 5. I wouldn't buy PlayStation for just Last of Us. I wouldn't buy PlayStation.
There are people who would
yeah.
buy it specifically for like the Spider-Man and God of War games.
But like the common person, you think? Like
No, I don't- I don't.
a critic might.
Maybe, but I also think like those are really big IPs. Like Spider-Man is huge.
No, the PS5's main marketing strategy is the fact that they have certain exclusive games. That is their main
right. But I
marketing
think
strategy.
this is not going to be a conversation for people who have $500 to blow on Spider-Man.
That's
like
fair.
I think it's going to be. It's like, oh, now we have this list of exclusive games that are only on PlayStation. Now you should buy a PlayStation. Versus like, if Xbox still has Starfield, Indiana Jones, and these other like South of Midnight,
Oh my
and
God, I
and
can't
these
wait
games
for that.
that might like fucking just
That
crush.
game better. That fucking South of Midnight better hit because I
really
so
hope.
excited
hope.
for it.
But
Dude, you know, just really quick,
yeah,
games we're excited for. Carrie has started playing Portal.
Oh,
That's fire.
Portal
that's
2.
actually
fire.
Portal 2.
Lily needs to beat Portal 2. She
It's-
played through most of it. I watched her play it. She didn't
Also-
beat it.
Carrie's not the biggest gamer, I will say. We played Minecraft the other day, and she was like, "Why don't you keep items on?" And I'm like, "No, no,
you can't do
I
that.
keep
No,
items
he does
on.
that too.
That's
He's
such a
evil.
fucking
No.
He's the only
Why?
person I know
That's
who
Because
does.
terrible.
Terraria's better with its just coinage. I
Yes,
hate
no.
losing my items.
Terraria's better because of the fact that like it's so much harder of a game. If you had permadeath on in Terraria, or like even lose your items in Terraria, it would take
would be
you
awful. Yeah, it would
hours
be awful.
to get that stuff again.
Exactly. That's why I don't like playing Minecraft.
In Minecraft, it
without
could take
inventories.
maybe maybe
10
a day,
minutes.
10 minutes.
If I
yeah.
go out and bumfuck nowhere,
I think
wanna
now
be able
actually
to...
with the new cave update, I think it actually might be a conversation similar to Terraria. I think because
Interesting.
No.
it really does
A
suck
lot
when you
of
go
people
down an entire
hate-
chain of the cave system. You're completely
Well,
lost.
also
versus
just
the past one,
get
and you have
good.
no-
Don't die.
Have you beat Elden Ring? How far are you getting into Elden Ring?
How far are
That's
you getting
right.
to Hollow Knight, bitch?
It's boring.
Shut the fuck up. So's
He got
Elden Ring.
bored.
No,
He
it's
didn't
not.
rage.
No, it's not, and I know it's not.
Yeah, and I know Hollow Knight's not boring. You
I'm
dipshit.
correct. I'm correct. Fuck you. No.
You think you the shit, bitch? You ain't even the font. I be going on.
Real quick, I just want to shout out the 5 games that we talked about. I don't think we need to do the will any other platform. We kind of touched on that already, right? Yes. Maybe so. Oh, he's talking.
Sorry, I
oh,
got distracted
chat.
by the chat.
I think honestly, the next games that Xbox will probably bring. I see Forza is one like my top
That's
pick.
totally going.
It's a large Xbox IP that would do great against like Gran Turismo on PlayStation.
Yeah. I think Ori is another one that's pretty good to go to PlayStation.
I think Ori is totally going. I think as soon as they can, they're going. I really
Actually,
do.
Microsoft Flight Sim. It has Microsoft
I
in the
don't
name.
think it's going.
I have just realized.
you were talking about that, and I was thinking, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
I mean, it's just a flight sim game. Like I don't see it not. But anyways, I think the other two that you listed, Gears of War and Halo, I do not think are coming to PlayStation. I think
No.
those are two games that they could hold the hell onto, and
Well, I don't know.
that could save
Halo's
their platform.
on its way
Halo's
out.
on its way out. I'm
Gears,
agreeing.
not Gears though. There's
No,
a
but I
large
could-
community of people who really want to play Gears. We played the first Gears, dog shit. The
I did-
fifth Gears,
Well,
Oh.
I will say though, Halo is a game that is getting older, and don't think they're talking about releasing new versions of it. So
Halo
like
Infinite, I believe, was the last one.
the last one, I believe so.
God,
So I think
okay.
since they're done, they're going to be expanding.
Ethan,
it. I
make
really
some
can see
space
that.
on your fucking Xbox. We're playing through the entirety of Reach together.
I've never played Reach.
mid game. I'm kidding.
You
I'm kidding.
constantly
I'm kidding.
do this.
I'm kidding.
He does this. He picks it. He does the same
Good.
thing for games that I do with movies.
No, I
apparently,
don't.
apparently.
No, I don't.
You can
Yeah.
say that about any other game.
I know. I've
Not
played
Reach.
Reach. I've played Reach.
Remember
It's
Reach.
very, very great.
Uh
Very, very
huh.
great.
I didn't even
Um,
get to experience Reach in like the prime. But
I will
it's
say-
still...
I will say that I don't know what I was going to say. Okay.
I will say.
I
don't know what I will say.
I don't know what I will say. I was very excited about this point too, and now it's completely gone.
Well, if you remember, we can return. Okay.
Thank you, Kitty Pony.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I think honestly, we'll probably move into nerdy news. If you guys want to, do you guys want to finish up that conversation?
Sure.
At all, or I think we're.
Well, I think as well that we can talk about. I really think that in the future, we might see some crossover between maybe Nintendo and PlayStation, though. Because I think PlayStation is one of those games which could collaborate with literally the most popular. Like, just straight up. What do you think?
I don't know if
I
Nintendo
don't think
will
that...
ever... If someone is going to outlast the console wars, it's going to be Nintendo.
Well, because
Nintendo
they
actually
have it
has
so
announced
bad.
recently that they've got some pretty, like, their sales is really bad.
Really?
They had an announcement recently where they were
the Switch
not.
is 7 years old.
Yeah,
now.
they were not
Well,
impressed. Switch 2,
yeah.
Wii is leaked to possibly come out next year.
Yeah, it's on its way in.
So.
And honestly, I can totally see the
I don't
Switch.
got the
No
money
more
for
toaster. No more toaster. This would be so great.
We're
Well,
just gonna
I-
play Tears of the Kingdom in like 120 FPS.
Oh my!
I totally think that will help sales, but it
so
has to
great.
be good. It has to
It
be
has
a
to
good.
be
If
Steam
it is
Deck level.
yes, if it is as
I
good
will
as the Steam
move
Deck,
to Switch. I'm not even joking. If it's as good as the Switch, if not better, I'm moving to Switch because I can put the rest of my
Wait, what do
life
you
into
mean?
Tears of Kingdom. Tears
Oh.
of the Kingdom.
Yeah,
I
no, it's-
only play Zelda.
no,
There you
dude,
go.
it's going to be better than the original Switch. But like, it has to be able to compete with the Steam Deck. It has to be able to.
It has to be able to
Because-
use Steam Deck with the Logitech, the Republic of Gaming thing that just came out
Steam
recently.
Deck is absolutely stomping it like into
They
the
are.
ground.
It's
New
you
Republic of
spend
Gaming
$400 and you have, or $500 and you have a PC in your hand.
Yes.
A
Like, it's
portable
crazy.
Seriously.
PC, functional.
It's ridiculous. It's pretty awesome. I mean, I've never
I
gotten to
actually
play
think
with
I
one,
might.
but
I
Quinn
might
has one.
in the next couple of years probably buy a Steam Deck.
it's good. I mean, and plus I hear that Steam's working on
I have
improving
no
it
want,
too, though. So
I have no want for a Steam Deck, to be honest.
I like my
I think
computer
it'd be my opportunity to play PlayStation games.
and
That's
PC
where,
games.
That's where, and exactly. That's where I think, honestly, people. That's what I'd say. Don't buy a PlayStation. Don't buy an Xbox. Buy a fucking Steam Deck.
No,
buy
seriously.
buy a PC.
A good PC.
Granted, that's
Buy a
not as
PC.
simple.
Buy
I
a
think
PC.
buying if you have $500 and you have the 3 console or 4 consoles
Oh,
you're
yeah, buy
looking
a
at,
Steam Deck.
I
buy a
will
Steam
say,
Deck.
yeah, if you're looking for a pre-built type thing to just go directly in specifically for gaming,
which is
get a
more
Steam Deck.
casual. That's what I
Get-
would see a lot of people.
Yeah,
doing.
get a
it's
Steam Deck.
very, very single player oriented. Very, very good.
Or a
for
family
single
game,
player.
single player
Yeah.
or family game, and I think that
And
is.
it does come with a docking station, meaning you can dock it to a monitor or TV.
Mhm.
So if
I
you-
totally think that
I don't know
that
if
is
you
a
can
big
connect
thing.
controllers or something to it, but
But yeah, I think we should get into nerdy news.
yeah, the most
Show.
boring
Um,
Nintendo Direct ever.
You shut your fucking mouth.
I
Didn't you
There
see the
were
best game
2
ever?
games.
I know you're obsessed with this goddamn game.
2 good games.
World of Goo.
World of Goo.
Dude,
I even
craziest
added that
game
one
ever.
to the
Your bed's
list.
about to be a World of Goo.
It's because I knew if I put down World of Goo, you guys would have been just, it's coming to fucking Switch. Shut the fuck up. Epic Mickey, though, fire.
Bro.
Fire.
Bro.
Have you played Epic Mickey?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you don't get it.
Not
No
the-
more opinion
I
for
didn't
David
realize.
Brown.
I didn't realize it was a remake.
It is, yeah. And it looks so good. You should see the comparison. Oh, my God.
Okay.
I'm so
I honestly-
fucking excited for this game. This was my childhood game.
Really?
This, straight up. Other than Zelda, like this was the one. This is the game that my mom bought
Interesting.
as our first game, because she actually played a lot of games that she was an introduction, as well as my dad. My dad was a bigger introduction to video games than I was, or than my mom was. But she played all of the Batman games first, and then I played them, and that's how I love why I love the Batman games so much.
Dude, I wish-
But Epic Mickey was a huge one that she went out, she bought, she came back home, and she played, and then
I wish I had a positive console household. I did not.
I
mean,
I had my
it was-
mother who got so angry at Mario Kart she vowed never to play a video game again.
See,
Why are you driving backwards?
I'm
I
like,
had
you
fam-
don't need to do this.
I had family Mario Kart night, and my dad would like play Test Drive and Halo on the original Xbox. So
You want a medal?
yeah,
Well, fuck you.
I love
want
that
a
Test
medal?
Drive.
I
I'd
can't-
drive a Nissan Skyline.
Dude,
I'd
the
rather
fucking
be
like
some
I guess
Skyline.
this is where like I'm realizing I'm aging and I've realized that old Wii games are like now making me really happy. World of Goo 2,
Dude,
and Epic
I'm
Mickey are
a
like
collector
awesome
of
to me.
old Nintendo games or Nintendo games from our childhood
DS
because I'm
games?
so. I'm collecting DS games. I'm
would
collecting the.
kill for the original blacks and whites or the black and white 2.
I don't have Black and White 2, but I've been collecting
Black
all
and White,
those
not a
Pokemon
good
games
game.
from.
Just saying,
You've never played it.
it's not a good Pokemon
never
game. I've
played
heard.
it.
I've heard from my sources.
You literally
So-
are lying because it is
No, I've
widely
heard that. I've heard
regarded
actually. No, I've heard
as
actually.
as the best or
no,
second best.
I've heard that
depending on
actually
whether or not you like
it's the
Gen 4
worst
or not.
game.
I will
In
be
fact,
urinating on his bed until moss
No,
continues
his
to
bed's
grow
going
on
to be
it.
turning into a world of goo later.
Seriously.
we gotta start with this comment and then move into what the fuck you just said. What the fuck? All right, that's it for our episode, guys. Jesus fucking Christ. Actually, though, genuinely, the
Getting
Nintendo
clipped,
Direct was
getting
like,
clipped.
it was
So
dog
bad.
shit. I got it from Video Games, the company, by GVH, maybe an R. It kind of looks like just a fucking broken A. So
But
you never know.
you know what's super good?
Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble.
I will say Super Monkey Ball was so good as a kid. Oh my god, I
Oh,
loved it.
this was another big one. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection.
That's a big one.
That's gonna be a
That
big
is
one.
a big one.
Um,
I think the Final Fantasy one was being hyped up too, and Killer
is there?
Instinct.
Where's
also.
the Final Fantasy?
Scroll? Oh, sorry, Fantasy Life. I meant, yeah.
Did you misread that?
I totally did.
You fucking idiots.
I
was
swore,
actually-
I
that
swore to you
reminds
that
me-
there was a Final Fantasy one going.
There,
But
well,
maybe I'm goofy.
there was 2 games that I wanted to talk about. Oh, Final Fantasy Rebirth looks really good, supposedly. Or actually, it's like a 4 out of 5. And then also, we had a little DLC that came out with a trailer
my
recently.
God. So, if you guys tuned into the Elden Ring stream we did recently, you might know Shadow of the Erdtree has a gameplay trailer, and we're very excited for it.
We're going to stream that entire DLC.
We're going.
I am
No,
100%
I might want to just play it by myself.
I
because-
will. I will stream the entire thing. I'm gonna do it in 6-hour increments. I think that's
Guys,
that's the whole thing
so,
every day.
Explain to
30-minute
me.
breaks.
So I think Elden Ring fills the same niche as Skyrim, and I have trouble with both those games.
He likes reading.
Yeah.
He likes
Reoccurring joke.
reading. Bro, you've played. Okay, listen. This is what I'm talking
I
about.
have
It's
not
even
played that
worse.
much.
No,
into
listen.
Elden Ring.
That
is
is
fair.
I have 2 things. It's the same conversation that I had with Game of Thrones. You have to give it time. Game
Okay.
of Thrones.
No, Game of Thrones got me
I never finished the
right
first
into
episode.
it.
I
Game of
was-
Thrones got me hooked immediately.
It wasn't for me. I got 75% of the way through the first episode and was like, "This is boring," and
That's crazy.
I don't like it.
How old
And
were
then-
you?
Legitimately a year ago. maybe.
No shot,
Yeah,
dude.
no,
That's
straight up.
crazy.
And then right as the spoiler of the first episode of what happens to Braun, boom! I'm like, "Oh shit, this is
shit.
interesting."
Yeah, because
And
as
it's like-
soon as what happens to Braun, you go, "This show's not what I thought it was."
Exactly. The thing is about Elden Ring. I had the exact same opinion where I got to that first area, the area in which they're trying to be like, "Hey, do you know your shit? Like, have you
Oh, the
actually
first
spent
boss?
time?" Yeah.
I told him
Have you
how
done-
to know his shit, and suddenly it was better.
Well, that's the thing. You don't even need to do that because it wasn't about the building the builds. It was like, this is a really cool world to me. Sure, it's difficult, but like, explore, find stuff, and take the time. I know where your ass is in that game, and I know that you haven't gotten far enough.
I have
Holy
not
shit.
gotten far. I've told you that I haven't gotten far enough. That I
He's
haven't
like
played
in
enough.
that
I
first
get it.
cave boss fight with the 2 cats.
No, I've
That's
done.
really
I've done
fire.
2 caves. Thank you very much.
Whoa!
Thank you very
Oh.
much.
The mini dungeons. Whoa!
All I'm saying is that
Bro,
I
you've gone
haven't
through
played enough
Stormvale.
to necessarily understand it, but I get the same thing that I like. I kind of almost feel a little overwhelmed with it. You know what I mean?
It is
It's
a
kind of
lot.
like
Huge.
it's kind of like I could
What?
put like if I were to try to max this out like I do with a lot of other games, it would take me 600, 700 hours. I don't know if I'm willing.
500 hours into Elden Ring. I think that's where I am.
250.
Yeah.
Like, that's-
and I played a shit.
That's crazy to
Sekiro
me.
as well.
I will say though, like the same feeling that I think you guys get with Elden Ring, I've gotten with Cyberpunk recently.
Right, and that's
I
why
think that it's similar.
I
think that it's similar.
I think you have a drive once it clicks.
I think that's fair.
And
I think that's fair.
Maybe that's unhealthy
It'll
for your
click.
workload right now. I understand, but like,
It's-
holy shit!
I will say I had a devilish thought the other day. I'm like, yeah, I should install World of Warcraft. And then my brain went, no.
Yeah,
no.
that is a fucking devilish thought. that is bad.
No, I thought about it.
We need some
nearly-
sage in that room, bro.
That's,
Holy shit!
that's nearly as bad as I should download League of Legends.
My
Yeah.
father's put like I think something like 6,000 hours into World of Warcraft. And that's how he met his now wife.
That's fire. That's real right there. That's fire.
Like that's crazy to me. That is insane to me.
Dude, wait, are you telling me that if I play more Overwatch, I might get a girlfriend?
Not
not
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Listen, World of Warcraft, Overwatch.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft is so much popular than Overwatch. What are you
I don't
talking
think it's a
about?
popularity thing. I think the communities are the exact.
No,
fucking
they are
same.
not. No, they are
Oh,
not.
They are not.
They are totally not.
You can think that.
You can get in World of Warcraft. You can do
When
anything
was
for
the
my
last
stepmother.
time you heard a woman on that game?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
Exactly.
I don't listen to chat though. So.
I will say World of Warcraft is very popular among women gamers as well, and you're probably like more likely to get the fantasy mommies that way. That's
I'm installing World. No.
also I'm
Um,
fully joking about this. I hope you know this entire conversation.
I know.
Okay, I want to be real here.
This fucking guy.
Okay.
You thought I was just about to like download World of Warcraft and like try to find myself a freaking girlfriend or something? Anyways, thank you so
I
much
have
for
something
joining
to
this
tell you
episode.
after stream ends.
Oh, but I just want to say something really quick. Avatar: The Last Airbender is the best show in existence.
You gotta watch it, dude.
You have
got
to.
to.
The
He
live,
He
are
has.
you talking about the live action? Is that
No.
what
No, I'm
Wait, what'd you say?
joking.
The original.
I'm joking.
Avatar: The Last
So
Airbender.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, the
didn't hear
live
what you said.
action has come out recently.
Gross.
It's not great.
Not
I'll give it.
fantastic.
It's
The
better
first
than
two
M. Night
episodes were
Shyamalan.
actually pretty good.
Better than M. Night Shyamalan.
They tried to make the show serious. It's not a serious show. That's what they
Isn't
miss.
that the one kid that's sexist? He's not sexist anymore.
Yeah.
And
Well,
he
but
has
that
no-
was part of his growth.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
He
It's
was
like,
sexist, and then he grew to be like, oh shit,
they openly
I'm wrong.
treated it as a bad thing.
Yes, they openly treated it as like, why are you like this? But it also makes sense
And then
because
it's-
that was the politics of his tribe that he came from.
And
Yeah.
then later in the series, this fucking show came out in like 2008. I don't care about spoiling. He's talking with Toph on a cliff, and like Katara's under him, and he's like opens up to her like, I was always like that because like Katara filled the void of where my mom would have been.
Yeah, exactly.
She stepped up, and I've always been kind of like it always kind of fucked with me because I had to deal with my mom's death, and it's like
Yeah.
hugely dynamic and well written character.
It is a fantastic show that I believe you should watch,
need-
Ethan
You
Vashon.
need to watch it. It is the best one of the best shows of all time.
After Game of Thrones, after Peaky Blinders, after Doctor Who, I'll watch Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I think you can throw Peaky Blinders out of there, but
Quinn said I need to watch it, so I'm watching it. You fucking asshole.
I've heard it's good, but like not that good.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching our episode. If you liked it, punch that. Fuck. That's not us.
But if you liked it, punch that like button and subscribe.
He didn't say it the right way. He's a.
Are we
you're
gonna end the stream now?
Yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you guys so much for
Bye-bye.
watching.
I'm valued. I am loved.
I don't know what next week is Sea of Stars, and then the week after that is cooking. Bye.
Be ready for the cooking. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait for the.
Bye.
Bye.